and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for this week, we are moving on to baking week number 2. I have got everything ready and prepared for banana bread. Now I have been making banana bread since I was in grade 8, so this isn't anything new for me, and hopefully it'll turn out good, because if not, then I've just boasted myself for no reason. But I am like the queen of banana bread, so I think it will be fine. So I find the key is for moist banana bread is putting in sour cream. So never forget your sour cream when you're going to be making banana bread. So like I said, we have all the ingredients ready to go. I measured them all out, aside from a few of them like table salt and baking soda. But I've got flour here ready and measured. It's about 1.5 cups of flour, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, so lots of chocolate chips, because any good banana bread is loaded with chocolate chips, let's be real. 3/4 cup sugar and 2 eggs. I put the in one because they look cute like that. Cinnamon, because bananas and cinnamon taste amazing. Table salt and baking soda. So both the table salt and baking soda is basically like a teaspoon of that. You just right in, it's good to go. So I haven't measured that because I'm just gonna approximate it and put it in. And I guess with banana bread, I need to mention there is bananas in there because it's in the name. The final, which is actually the first ingredient to banana bread, is bananas. And I have 3 fully ripened bananas ready to go out of the freezer because these were frozen. And we'll get mashing those and putting this all together. So let's get started. Okay, so the con of being so tall is that you can't see the counter and the top of my head at the same time from this point of view. So we're just gonna have to wing it, and you know, you don't really need to see the top of my head anyway. So with making banana bread, it's always key, that I find personally, to put your dry ingredients into one and then put the wet ingredients into another, and then you combine the dry into the wet. I never put wet into dry, it's always dry to wet. So anyway, that's my little fun fact tidbit for you. It's all mixed together. It has like a little bit of a brown look to it. It kind of looks like sand. I don't know if you can tell that from the screen, but that's how you know you've added enough cinnamon. It's like an off-white. So I don't have a potato masher here, but I can just use a fork, especially after bananas have been frozen. They're very soft, so it's really easy just to mash them up with a fork. Some people like to add vanilla to their banana bread batter, but I mean, I do too sometimes, but it's not that necessary, especially if you're adding chocolate. So I'm not going to bother adding it this time. So once the oil and eggs are completely stirred up into your bananas, then you can add the sour cream. About 1/2 cup of sour cream into the liquid. Now that all of the liquids have been all mixed together, we can add the dry to our liquid mixture. So I just start a little bit by a little bit at a time, and usually about that much, which is like 1/2 cup to a cup of the dry, and then I stir that into the liquid. As soon as it's all mixed in and perfectly liquid again with the liquid mixture, you can add the rest or more of your dry to the wet. I'm just going to go ahead and add the rest because there isn't that much left in here. Okay, now our dry and wet batter have been completely mixed together, and it looks like this. So, ooh, yummy! And we can add the final ingredient, arguably the best ingredient, the chocolate chips. So since I started working at Shoppers Drug Mart, a older lady came into the store and taught me a trick of the trade for baking. Instead of buttering any of your pans or baking sheets, you can use parchment paper instead, which is a genius idea. So I haven't buttered or greased my pans in maybe 8 years because of this trick. So you're welcome, I'm passing it on to you. You can save yourself a whole lot of time trying to pick stuff out of these pans. And yes, I know it's not pretty, but I'm not a professional baker that is trying to sell my baked goods to anyone, so I don't care if it has little creases in it, and so it works for me. Now that the banana bread is in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and bake this for 1 hour, so I'll see you back here in an hour for when it's complete. Computer, start 1 hour timer.
1 hour, starting now.
Computer, cancel. Okay, so that concludes this week's baking episode. We managed to make an amazing banana bread. So I cut off a piece for us to try, or for me to try and for you guys to watch me try. Because I figure might as well taste test it to make sure it tastes as good as I claim it is. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you for joining me on this week's episode and watching me bake my favorite banana bread recipe. I hope you guys liked it, enjoyed watching it, and perhaps try this at home for yourself. And if you do, don't forget to comment about it and let me know what you think. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. Please give it a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, and join me on my adventure next week. Thank you. So then, yes. And you're just going to be using them straight from your banana bowl. Potatoes. However chunky you want your potatoes to be, you just choose. If your potatoes, like, bananas have not been frozen yet. I make myself laugh all the time.
I hear that.